this is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. The action has already started. Now that looks a decent ball. That's good play from him. It's a good-looking delivery.
Peter, we're about to see how good Lilian Thuram is. Besides being physically imposing and quick, he's very intelligent and usually that crucial split second ahead of everybody else.
Yeah, fabulous reader of the game.
And pretty much got it all.
And that's the end of that. It all started well enough.
Tries to play it through. So what can they make of this? Pirlo. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. That pass has been well intercepted. Beckham. And he's gone looking for safety. Not the most accurate pass. Oh, he's been caught on it here. That has ended up in no man's land. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. And he's there to belt it away. Messi, great vision.
This is actually quite a courageous move, and I'll add ambitious and adventurous too. How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
It's a pretty loose pass. And it's Messi. And here's Vieri.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And that's put paid to a promising move. Cannavaro gets it clear. Oh, there's a probing ball. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, that was vital. Cannavaro gets good distance on it. And here's Vieri. Azar. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Mbappe. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Azar. Picked out it's Vieri! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Danger averted for now. Aimed beyond the defence. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Vieri gets into a good position. And it's claimed by the keeper. Azar. Mbappe. And that is a little undercooked. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Khan gets good distance on it. Beckham. And it's Hernandez. Vieri is onto this. And he can clear it away. And he's only too happy to take that back. Vieri. Now it's Pele. Bellingham. Cannavaro getting this one clear. Rodri gets a foot in here. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Pele, who's on a run down the left wing. Vieri in acres of space out wide. And that was very necessary. Beckham. Now it's Mbappe. Vieri. And here's Messi. Vieri. Vieri! Now, who's going to be first to this? And that's it for the first half. A breathless ending. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. Reflections on the first half?
Well, I wouldn't say it was the most potent performance, Peter, but defensively, very composed. The scoreline might still be 0-0, but I'm expecting things to open up a bit more in the second half.
So, both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Lazio have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 22.
And we have our very first corner.
Lascia il campo per il numero 20, Totti.
And he's there to clear it. Now, try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. And now they can spring out of defence. Well, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Knocks it into space. Totti with the cross. Messi.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
That's been cut out, well played. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Searching pass he's played there. He's going for goal! Totti with the cross. That's a decent clearance. Can he get it through? It's Pele! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
This is why he's so highly regarded. Absolutely fantastic.
Good ball, good take. Hernandez stood his ground strongly. Almost an hour gone. That is good alertness. And it's slung out wide. Now it's Vieri. That's a throw. That's going to go a long way. Hernandez. A deeply frustrating game so far. Certainly in terms of the scoreline, it remains 0-0. That's a shade optimistic. Good read, needed to be. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Totti. Hangs in across. Decent chance! He scored! The breakthrough arrives at last! Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will stick.
Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
Attenzione, un cambio.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. So the first goal of the game.
Look, experienced voices need to be heard now, along with good purpose and urgency.
He's having a hit! A real chance and a real let-off.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Now it's Mbappe. Now this could be a chance. Not pretty, but it gets the job done.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here. Here's a chance! So close to drawing level.
Well, it's certainly encouraging, Peter. At least they're going about things the right way after falling behind.
He's a sharp little ball here. And he's there to get it away. Taken back almost at once. Hernandez. And it's Hernandez.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Hernandez did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. That's a sharp pass. And it's Arda Güler.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Hernandez. And here's Griezmann. Now it's Mbappe. Well, there's the clearance.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 10, numero 21, Pirlo. Lasciano il campo per il numero 7, il numero
Rodri.
8.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Nice sequence of passes this. Cannavaro receives it in a good position here.
Ci saranno 3 minuti di
Lazio
recupero.
really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Now he's got space here. And that has put paid to that.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Rodri spots it. Added time is up. And there goes the whistle. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour, effort, at times effervescence, but just one goal to show for all of that. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
I've been in this position myself, and this will be difficult to take. They did everything right but score, but at least I suppose they can reflect.
Well, it is a nervous time, but these are positive nerves. The prospects are so great, the potential, be it financial or reputational, is huge, because success in this competition brings so much. And the supporters are here to take it in for themselves and to drive the team on. Truly, this is crunch time. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. As you can see, we've already started here. And he's managed to get rid. Well, here is one of the undoubted golden boys of Spanish football. Shot, surely! Good first touch and almost as good a second.
Fernando Torres brilliantly took control of that, which was exactly what the situation required.
Alexander-Arnold and Adams. And he plays one through. Gerrard threads one in, and it's Gerrard. Platini has cut it out. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes, so we're seeing some conservatism here.
Probing pass, Cannavaro kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Messi, out to the right, Mbappe! Yeah, he's going to be disappointed with that. And it's Messi. Defending of the desperate variety. Aimed beyond the defence. And this is Torres. Oh, shooting chance! Goal! Al Hilal! His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus, as the opposition will inevitably react.
And he was quick to react. Adams. Dida getting this one clear. Mateus kept his eye on it, and he's there. Tries to pass it through. Delivery from... He gets big! And that has been cleared. Tries to get it clear. Lazio with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Rodri. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Knocks it into space. Nicely weighted ball. That's very neat. De Paul. Oh, super. And the finish! And that has put paid to that. Costa Curta. Now, can they get him away? Oh, no, that was never going to make it. Beckham.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Oh, that pass isn't the best.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Chance here to counter.
That's positional goals, the utilisation of space.
He's found a way through. That is a brilliant interception. Danger averted for now. It's a pretty loose pass. Neatly clipped into space. Stojkovic picks it up out wide. Oh, he'll be annoyed at himself for not getting there. Koundé. Mbappe looks to get on the end of this.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
He's well positioned. And Torres! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Oh, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And we hit half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Well, I think starting this half in a strong manner is essential, Peter, if you're chasing the game, which they are. You know, go with intent and purpose. Let your opponents know you're not just going to quietly bow down.
That was good alertness. And it's played forward. Oh, can he get onto this? It's Hernandez. Drives a terrific header. Smashing delivery, just didn't do enough with it.
Yeah, it's very well timed. A delivery like that with the right amount of pace and whip can be a nightmare to defend against.
Now he's off and running.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Looking to play him in. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Al Hilal clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Well, that's beautifully weighted. Lazio still this single goal behind. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Now it's Stojkovic. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Stood up well to him there. Look at the space here. He's having a shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. That's really well cleared. Cannavaro. Mbappe looks to get on the end of this. Now it's Vieri. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Looking for the run. That has been cut short. He really is being given no time to think on the ball now.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind them up in the process, Peter.
Not the most accurate pass. Now this could be a chance. He's being urged to shoot. It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Lazio have their second corner now.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away in it.
Can he finish? And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking...
Oh, they could be caught out here. Adams. Dida gets it away. You would think that now would be a good time to consider some changes.
It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going to see any activity from the bench?
Now the cross. Cleared without hesitation. Now it's Vieri. That's been cut out, well played.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that.
Rodri gets a foot in here. Can he get it through? In with the challenge. Cannavaro. That has ended up in no man's land. 75 minutes played. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Messi tries to play it through.
Lazio really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
That's beautifully weighted. Torres! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
Well, let that be a lesson to them. If they don't stay focused all the time, they're going to be made to pay.
Sostituzione per la Lazio. Numero 21.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Numero 22. Hazard. Numero 7. Messi.
Lazio are looking desperate here, short on time and options.
Well, it's looking like too little too late, but they are giving it all they have.
Griezmann.
All driven towards the far post.
Neymar. Attenzione, un cambio.
Neymar looking for options for move. Goes for a shot! We've got a goal! They have stolen level at the last! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
When the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
So all square with almost no time remaining.
Well, those players out there must be exhausted now, Peter, but at least they have momentum, which augurs well if this goes to extra time. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Now it's Platini, and he's worked it through. Shapes to shoot! Yes, he's done it! And that may just do it! It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop him.
Al Hilal take the lead. Now it's just a question of holding on.
Well, look, Peter, I feel I've got to stress that there's still time for another, so we can't be too presumptuous yet.
DePaul played into space. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep.
Well, from experience, I can tell you he'll get a lot of stick for getting that one wrong.
Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Well, that turned out to be quite a game. Both sides committed, determined, driven, and whilst you might argue to the contrary, perhaps a fair result on the balance of things. And so we reach a fork in the road. Fortunes can turn either way from this point. One path leads to where they all want to be, or at least a significant step closer to it. What doesn't bear thinking about is the alternative. It is time for the central characters to stand tall. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. And already we're underway here. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That's been cut out, well played. Stood up well to him there. Hazard. Mbappe! Oh, tries a shot! An early chance there, first of the game.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Can he get on the end of this? Cross deflected behind for a corner. Kawasaki Frontale with the corner, there first. They've played it short. Now the cross. It's a mighty effort! Cannavaro attempts a clearance. And now they can spring out of defence. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. He's having a go! A collective sigh of relief from the defence. Corner number 2 then. And it's been taken short. Now the delivery. Terrific header! Firm header, just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it.
Mbappe making his 200th appearance today. I guess that's the most significant team news. And he shoots! In he goes again! Goal! Lazio! What a moment for the double centurion! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read, and he was a little quicker than everybody else.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Well, that's got this place bouncing. Just listen to the noise all around us. Now they have all of this positive energy.
Decent chance! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
This is why he's so highly regarded. Absolutely fantastic.
Hernandez gets into a good position. Big header! Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
Look, the defending wasn't too clever on that last chance. The cross had to be denied.
Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Kawasaki Frontale applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these days, but it does demand an awful lot of work rate and, of course, the discipline, because it has to be with everyone. It can't be with one or two. If that starts happening...
It's Vieri! Vieri, not one to pass up the chance to run up the defence. He loves those duels.
Well, I thought that run had balance and control, skill and strength. The sort of desire we hope will spread.
Now it's Vieri. Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. Driving forward. He is through here. Referee's had a good look and given a corner. So, third corner of the game. Tries to get it clear. Lazio are looking to go forward now. Pass somewhat off target. He's going for goal! Oh, it's come loose. Koundé just loves to go forward whenever he can. Pass is just off target. Khan gets it clear. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. That has not gone well. And that has left him in a heap. And it's Messi. Threads one in. And this is Vieri. That's a sharp pass. Cannavaro does really well to win the ball there.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Oh, just skips past his chance, surely! It's in! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
And that is stunning, just too hot to handle.
Well, Peter, it would have taken something incredible for the keeper to keep that one out. It was absolutely spanked.
Shot a goal! Oh, split-second reaction.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Lazio have their second corner now. That has earned a reprieve for the time being.
Ci saranno 3
Kawasaki
minuti di
Frontale
recupero.
have the chance to go the other way. No, that's been intercepted. Nicely shaped ball. Nicely intercepted. And we hit half-time. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. The midway point of the game.
Who wants half-time when you have a contest this good? I can only hope it picks up where it left off.
Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half. And we are already promptly back underway. There's a sharp little ball here. And the shot! There it is!
And now it's all about how they handle this from here. Edging ahead again in this second half is best followed up with a bold mindset, a bold approach. The skipper set the example. It's up to his teammates now to follow.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is
Shapes to shoot! They've scored! And there's the goal they've been looking for. That is a diamond of a goal. The planning immaculate, the execution brilliant.
oh, how does he get the ball to do that? He's on another level to most of his peers.
sostituzione per la Lazio. Numero 22.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Well, I think his job here, Peter, is going to be to reinvigorate that attack. Just change the rhythm up front.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Mbappe.
Now it's Vieri. And he's on his way! That's a dangerous... Great chance! It's a goal! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
Lazio get themselves back into contention.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
Can he finish? And it's in! He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
That has the feeling of a breath of fresh air, Peter, and now they can fill their lungs and just blow them away.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
He's found a way through. Griezmann ploughing through the middle. He's given the time to pick a pass.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Oh, easy pickings there. And it's Messi. Tries to pass it through. Oh, there's a probing ball. That is good alertness. Oh, that's a key interception. Lazio are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Lovely bit of skill.
Hernandez.
Did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And there's green grass ahead of him. He's tried one! Cross flung in towards the middle. Beckham. Half an hour gone in the second half. Vieri. Aimed beyond the defence. Koundé. Vieri.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And he was quick to react. Now he's off and running. Cannavaro gets across to intercept that. Vieri, who's set up one goal so far. Great vision. Out to the left it goes. Can he latch on to this? He's shifting through the gears here.
Hernandez.
Clears it away. Now he's got space here. Well, that pass isn't the best. Lovely pass, but can he get there? That's tidy. Gets a good foot in there. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Cannavaro tries to clear. Done delicately. Opts for safety. Searching pass he's played there. Now that looks a decent ball. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball.
Ci saranno 3 minuti di recupero.
Added time going up here. It's 3 minutes. Vieri. Now it's Griezmann, and he cuts out the supply. Spread it left. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Lazio are beaten and they are out. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Lazio really looked like they were just second to everything, disjointed even. Yeah, it was a high-intensity game, and that may have gotten to some of the players, but even so, it was just disappointing on a lot of levels.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. Well, this is just joyous. The perfect backdrop as
Signore
both
e
sides
signori,
look to clear the first
benvenuti
hurdle.
all'incontro di oggi
Supporters
tra-
here in terrific numbers. So will they be going back happy at the end of 90 minutes? And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. The action has already started. And it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Encourage the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Gets a good foot in there. When you think great defenders, you've got to think Cannavaro.
Well, they don't come...
Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. And the referee's come over. It's a red card. Well, he stayed down and is in very obvious discomfort here. Well, Jim, there's only one reason that he would be sent off there. It is the denial of an obvious goal-scoring opportunity.
Well, it's never nice to see something like that, is it? But that's what it says in the letter of the law. He's got to go.
Rising over the bar.
Well, that was just asking too much of himself from there.
Cannavaro gathers from the goal kick. Quality ball. There's a sharp little ball here. Shot could be on. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Now it's Mbappe. Szoboszlai. And it's Messi. Out towards the flank. Played into the box. He gets big! That's a decent clearance. Crunching tackle. It's a pretty loose pass. Rijkaard. Messi. Some really good ball movement. And it's Messi. Messi! And he was there to get a vital touch.
This is why he's so highly regarded. Absolutely fantastic.
Indonesia with the corner. They're first. And that has been clubbed away. Lazio have the chance to go the other way. Foot in. And that is as far as they're going to go. And here's Mbappe.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Indonesia upping the intensity here, having lost possession.
Yeah, it's actually very good pressing. They want it back as quickly as they can get it, and they're hunting in packs to do just that.
Good to watch.
It really is. It's rugged and robust, but it still needs plenty of intelligence and teamwork.
Knocks it out wide. Forlan receives... It's Forlan! Azar. Rodri. And Azar. Now it's Mbappe. And he's intervened well there. Azar. Looking to play him in. Now, big chance! Goal! Lazio! And Lazio score first. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
Lazio penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Well, that's really changed the mood in the stands, Peter. It ought to encourage more positive football, a more front-footed approach. It's got to be.
Up he goes! Oh, surely that deserved better.
Oh, it was such a clever pass that flummoxed the defence, and it could well be revisited, this.
It's good running with the ball, and that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
That's been slipped through. And that's put paid to a promising move. Rijkaard. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Mbappe. Nicely weighted ball. Now it's Mbappe. Beckham. And here's the chance to counter. Now it's Messi. Messi. Brilliantly cut out. Looking for options for movement. Now it's Mbappe.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
He's cut it out. And that pass isn't the best. Now it's Forlan. This time, surely!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Now it's Mbappe. And this is Messi. And he's there to clear it. And the shot! That's a half-decent try.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Searching ball out wide.
Hazard is wide and looking to get onto this. That could spell trouble. Messi! Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
This possibly the last play of the half. They've played it short. And it's Beckham. There's the whistle for half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. How would you review the first half?
Haven't played that badly. Getting caught again on the counter-attack is unlikely. They're switched on to that and still very much in this game.
Lazio happy to have the lead in a tight old game. Half-time, 1-0. And the game has already resumed here.
A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference.
Rodri gets across to intercept that. Hazard. And this is Vieri. Lazio are looking to break at pace. Chance for a shot! And yes, it's there! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. Complete awareness, he understood what was needed and he executed it smoothly.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
Decent chance! Yes! And they are cruising away.
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
Well, it's been an up...
It's Vieri! It's there! Players ecstatic, fans delirious. This is utopian.
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Shot a goal! And it's in! The invitation was clear and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Mbappe really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
They're still trying to make a game of this.
That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Great vision. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Hazard. Look at the space here. Divisi! That was quite a test for the goalkeeper.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. Should have put his foot right through it.
Nicely shaped ball. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Forlan, Guardiola, Messi, and the finish! No mistake! Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
So is this the start of a comeback?
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Is there any support? He might not need it. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Now it's Vieri. Vieri! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Oh, he's been caught on it here. And it's Hernandez. Sweet feet. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Looking for the run. He can run onto that. Well read, nice interception. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Attenzione, un cambio.
Rodri. Cannavaro cuts out the pass. Salah. Now it's Forlan. Forlan really struggling to influence the game.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
Park Ji-sung goes for a shot! It's in he goes again! Oh, this looks sharp. And it's Forlan. And this is Mohamed Salah. And a chance! Forlan has found the net here, of course. And this is Mohamed Salah. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside.
Sostituzione per la Lazio. Numero 22.
Lazio are making a change now.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Can he get on the end of this? Now it's Mohamed Salah. Koundé powering forward here. And here's Vieri.
Deserved a better ball there. He's right to be disappointed.
Tries a shot! He has done it! Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Yeah, great movement and great use of space to get on the end of the pass, and that pretty much did it.
Lazio grab a 3-goal lead. It's just too easy. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Mohamed Salah! And somehow he kept it out. Indonesia have their second corner now. And that will be the final act. Lazio have done it. The perfect outcome in this most Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So we're up and running.
Now there's a player with a silky pass and a steely tackle.
Xabi Alonso.
Yeah, a midfielder renowned for his tremendous array of passes while offering his defence a solid shielding presence too.
Players don't come a whole lot better in his position, do they?
Not really, and not many can boast the same quality of performance either, Peter.
Oh, that's clever. Shevchenko gets into some space. Oh, he's been caught napping. Chonburi with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Messi with the short one. Ball swung, big header! Oh, not the best of headers.
Yeah, it wasn't the worst decision in the world to go for the shot, even if he was being closely marshalled.
Beckham. Messi. Can he spark a counter here? Oh, well measured. And it's Timber. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Aimed beyond the defence. Now it's Messi. Oh, perfectly measured that.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Now it's Batistuta. Chonburi ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. Timber. Messi. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Lazio, so far, providing no real... It's loose now and they want to get it back. That's a sharp pass. Mbappe. Hazard. Hazard going face-to-face with his great rival. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. And it's Hazard. And here's Vieri. Piqué defending his corner stubbornly. Stood up very well to his man. Driving forward. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Beckham.
Chonburi have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
That's a lovely, neat pass. Oh, nicely intercepted. And here's Batistuta. He's shift and Batistuta! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Batistuta actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Timber. Now the delivery. And that has been cleared. Lazio have the chance to go the other way. And it's Timber. Looking to go deep. Lazio have got it back and they'll have another go. Messi. Is there any support? He might not need it. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Now it's Hazard. Hazard. Anyone who's joined us late, I can confirm that in terms of goals, at least you've missed nothing. And this is Messi. He's picked his way through. That's going to go a long way. And they're back on the ball again. Stood up well to him there. Hernandez. Hazard. Batistuta. Hernandez gets over and intercepts. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. And here's Shevchenko. Takes a shot. That is Conte. That's very neat. Big chance! Oh, and with that, the half-time whistle goes. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, it's been nothing but frustration, really, Peter. I think the team as a whole has to take more risks, but they really need to up their quality too.
So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0.
Substitution on the field, number 19, Hazard.
And the action is back underway.
Number 13.
Lazio really are going to need to improve in a hurry if they don't want to fall behind here. Upping the intensity and the tempo will be their starting point.
Saliba. Now Timber. And it's played forward. Xavi Alonso. That's an imaginative pass. Oh, important interception. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Messi. Nicely shaped ball. Good ball over the top. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
And this is Vieri. Has a look and plays it forward. Messi, a player who needs no introduction. Hazard will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. That's two. Oh, shooting chance! Goal! The breakthrough arrives at last! Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and the clinical edge.
So we have the first goal.
Well, talk about the perfect start to the second half. They've certainly come out with more purpose, more energy, and it's paid off beautifully.
He's coming under serious pressure here.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, I'm inclined to feel that if I was in that dugout, I'd want the players to get on the front foot and grab another. Just try to make this one safe.
Back into the middle.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
This is a really front-footed approach.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Isco, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Isco is always looking to break lines. Can he finish? That's really well cleared. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point.
And the score is 1-0.
It's a goal kick.
Substitution on the field. Number 20.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Number 2, Williams Saliba. Number 12, Turnbull.
And it's Bale.
Number 18, Conte.
Quality ball.
Coming on the field.
And Shevchenko.
Number 8.
Now, what about a counter-attack?
Number
Now here's an
7,
interesting matchup.
Guardiola.
Oh, that's
Number
superb.
14, Hakimi.
Knocks it
Number
into
6,
space.
Kukucu. Substitution.
And here's Messi. Oh, lovely feet. He is such a good mover. Messi, he's... Mbappe! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
And it's been taken short.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Torres! He scores! And surely now, the result's beyond doubt. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Fernando Torres demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
That's just...
And Torres! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Fernando Torres is fully aware of how important that could have been. Probably game, set and match.
And now they can spring out of defence. Goulet, excellent challenge there, uncompromising. That's good running with the ball. Not the most accurate pass. Kante gets a foot in here. Well, this looks promising in terms of distance and angle. This then an ideal chance to cut the deficit. Kachu! Denied by a great piece of goalkeeping.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
Corner number 4 coming up here. Alonso! Lacking in accuracy.
Added minutes has been indicated.
He's felt that, hasn't he? Looking for the run. There will be 4 extra minutes. Beckham to Bale. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. And it's Griezmann. Now it's Messi. Can he get it through? And he welcomes it in.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And that's it. Well, don't you just love it when a plan comes together? Victory never in doubt in the mind of the mastermind in all of this. A solid win, which will be welcomed all round.
How
would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now.
Against Lazio.
And few venues rise to an occasion quite like this one. It is, of course, the world-famous Old Trafford. And as you can see, we've already started here. Well, Fabio Cannavaro may not be a giant in physical terms, Jim, but his reputation... Hazard! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Lazio with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Manchester United have the chance to go the other way. Probing pass. That's a nicely shaped... It's Neymar! Good effort first time.
Neymar cannot be faulted for trying. It was asking to be hit, just a bit straighter.
Rodri tries to clear. And this is our big chance! Great effort, beautifully taken.
Ah, that's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Rodri. And here's Mbappe. Now it's Hazard. Nakata. And it's Hazard. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Guardiola. Looking for options for movement. Not the most accurate pass. Turns back here, probably the best option. Well, that is one way to stop him. Oh, well played, well played. Still goalless at the moment. Manchester United do have a chance to counter here. Messi. That pass has been well intercepted. Messi. That's a delicate pass.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Well, it looked promising for... Oh, he's been caught napping! Nicely aimed pass. Looking for the run. It's out for a goal kick. A poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. And here's Vieri. And here's Beckham. Messi really struggling to influence the game.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Guardiola. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, that's nice. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. It's a pretty loose pass. Passing is crisp and sharp. Timber, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. Oh, good-looking ball. Now he's off and running. Now try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. And it's Nakata. Messi. Now it's Mbappe. Hazard. Could move up a gear here. Now it's Nakata. Lovely pass, but can he get there? There's a sharp little ball here. Koundé. Messi. Vieri. Now, can they get him away? Nakata. He's found Nakata! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Still looking for the first breakthrough, and it is nearly half-time now. Vieri. Looking to play him in. It's a promising position. Cross in, looks like a good one. Messi. Nakata. Now, what about a counter-attack? And it's Nakata. No, that was never going to make it. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Looking tidy in possession here. Messi. And the half-time whistle goes. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. So they head in no further forward. The score here, still 0-0. Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
It's Nakata! Good first touch, and almost as good a second.
Nakata brilliantly took control of that, which was exactly what the situation required.
Beckham. And Azar. And here's Vieri. Well, that looks a decent ball. And the finish! Messi. Mbappe.
Manchester United couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
That's an imaginative pass. Bonucci. And it's Messi. And it's Nakata. Mbappe gets into a good position. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And here's Neymar. Neymar ploughing through the middle. Deftly away. Neither of these two want to come off second best. To Guardiola. Nakata going face-to-face with his great rival. Messi has another go! It's in! The breakthrough arrives at last! They'll take that. Perhaps not the prettiest, but they all count.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
And he shoots! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
The attendance for
Your
this
impression
match
so
was
far, Jim?
72,300.
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
Now the delivery. Cannavaro gets it away. Azar. That's a cute ball. Cute ball. Now, how can he reach it? And he's decided to go for it. Gave it a go, but off target.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Messi. Great vision. And this is Vieri. Showing good feet. Vieri! Oh, full marks for that effort.
Yeah, certainly could have been something so much more.
That pass isn't the best. Manchester United looking to pass their way through. Azar. Mbappe. And that has put paid to that. Guardiola puts his foot on the gas. Neymar. It's Neymar! A wonderful effort all by himself.
He's the one player you want on the ball running at defences, and that's precisely why.
looking wide. No, no way through. No, that's been intercepted. Timber. Neymar. Now it's Mbappe. Good ball, good take. Hazard unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And that pass just didn't quite work.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible chance! He has done it! 2 up now, and they are cruising. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Just the sort of forward pass he's been looking for. Very telling.
Manchester United are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that 2-goal cushion. That, for me, should be decisive.
Beckham showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Now he's got space here.
Lazio are certainly now looking like a sorry lot. They haven't got a proper defence, or attack, for that matter.
Can he spark a counter here? Aimed beyond the defence. And he's in on goal! He's got tall! He's got a goal! Back to within 1! Interesting! He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and made it perfect.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. Lazio give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish.
Well, who's under pressure now? It's going to require some inspired defending to stop this lot. Manchester United nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
Rivaldo. And it's Beckham. And it's Fernando Torres. Now Neymar. And he's had it nicked away.
4 added minutes has been
Confirmation that
indicated.
there will be 4 minutes stoppage time. Rivaldo running with the ball. It's a good run down the left-hand side. Neymar. So what can they make of this? Nakata. That's a nicely shaped ball. And this is Torres. Gets a good foot in there. And there goes the final whistle. A game of margins, of thrills, the sort of game that is a great advertisement for our sport. Sad in a way that... Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Real chance! What a wonderful goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
Borussia Dortmund finding themselves... It's Vieri! And he's really put himself on the line here. Lazio with the corner, they're first.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Bale. Roberto Carlos. For De Bruyne. Tries to play it through. Gnabry. That looks a good cross. Well, clearly he didn't mean it that way, and he is as disappointed as anyone.
Did he that? Because it had a decent chance of progressing.
Ball is over the line. Oh, can he get onto this? Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? So just the one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Well, it's ended up in no man's land. Koundé, Adams. Chance here to counter. Gnabry gets into a good position. Hernandez. Azar is wide and looking to get onto this. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Gnabry. Borussia Dortmund trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably...
Terrific header! Oh, good delivery, almost the perfect outcome.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
Bale. Roberto Carlos. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Bale. Now the ball in. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
And it's played in here. Looking for options for movement. Bale in acres of space out wide. Bullish header! Harmlessly behind.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
And it's Kagawa. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Gnabry. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Nice sequence of passes, this. Now then, the ball's come loose. De Bruyne demonstrating his defensive quality there. Big header! It's in! They are right back in business.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Adams, nicely weighted ball. Rodri kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Kagawa.
That's positional goal, the utilisation of space.
Spread neatly. That is a superb rearguard action. And the pass is intercepted. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. It's a searching pass. Nicely worked. Koundé. That's a little off target. Shot could be... Messi! Goal! Lazio! Into the lead once more. So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Gnabry. Koundé picks it up out wide. He gets big. They've done it. They're level in a trice.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
Pick that one out. It was a bullet.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and made it perfectly.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. The referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Lazio are finally getting a much-needed break. It's been absolutely breathless stuff so far. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half. What a good half. They've gone blow for blow, and it's 2-2.
Signore e signori, attenzione, un annuncio importante. Il papà del bambino che indossa una maglietta gialla è atteso all'area informazioni. Sostituzione per
Borussia Dortmund kick off the second half.
Viene sostituito con il numero 2.
And it's Koundé. That is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Gnabry could try cutting inside here. Tries to get it clear. And smartly reclaimed. He's had a shot! Goal! Borussia Dortmund! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! That was a given. It always was.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
Well, you had to fancy him, Peter. He seems to be growing in stature with every goal.
Borussia Dortmund take the lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Now it's Hazard. Looking to play him in. Cross goes in there. Gilberto Silva can get it clear. It's a pretty loose pass.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
That is good alertness. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Lazio needing a change of fortune here. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Bale. Gilberto Silva. Quarter of an hour into the second half. Messi looking to add to his goal. Now it's Vieri. And here's Mbappe. Oh, the ball's gone astray. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Lazio still have the cards to affect this game. De Bruyne tries a shot! Pass somewhat off target. Well read, and the danger is averted. That has not gone well. Gilberto Silva. De Bruyne. He's gone for goal! That's going up front in a hurry.
Unless they can devise a quick counter-attacking plan, they're going to need to see much more of this ball.
And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Foot in. Borussia Dortmund disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. Now it's Mbappe. Well read, nice interception. And here's Mbappe. And this is Vieri. It's a threatening ball. That's a bad place to challenge. What's he giving? Now the referee has given a free kick just outside the box. And he is going into that little black book. Beckham is behind this one.
Well, it's quite simple. They have the best man for the job on it.
Beckham! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Roberto Carlos gets it clear.
Sostituzione per la Lazio. Numero 17. Numero 7. Messi. Numero 16. Lasciano il campo.
Lazio really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Neymar. Il numero 11.
Sharp little ball. It's Vieri! Can he get onto this? Rummenigge. It's in! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. You don't keep those outs. He just knew.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that 2-goal cushion. That, for me, should be decisive.
And the shot! It's loose now. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Vieri. Oh, he's burst through. Well, the defence just about... Oh, he's not played the ball, that's a foul. He knew what was coming, that's a yellow card.
I just think it was a cheap foul to give away.
Oh, he's gifted it to the opposition. And he's running, goes for the shot! You've got to be quick to recover this. Beckham. Rivaldo. Well, that looks a decent ball. Rijkaard.
Il quarto uomo indica
Borussia
4
Dortmund
minuti di
clearly
recupero.
now in lead preservation mode. Roberto Carlos. Torres with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. And that's going to be a booking. Four added minutes on the board. Rijkaard. Adams. So that's it. It is all over. Lazio illustrating perfectly the fickle nature of football. Everything looked so good for them to start with, but as we have seen so many times, they ended up with nothing. So Jim, how do you reflect on...